So, hello all. I just kind of want to go over my thought process. I know this is chicken scratch and I don't expect anyone to read and understand it, but this is how I formulate basically what's going on with someone when I scan. I did all the double red vitals on this side, and here ran body systems. This is what came up. That's basically our priority, or the acute. And then I ran inner voice too. So I kind of look at all three and see between the three where there's some common similarities. So if we come actually up here to hydrochloric acid and pepsin, that also kind of signifies that there's some gut stuff going on. And then we have a lot of parasites. So when there's low HCl and pepsin, you're probably going to see a lot of parasites. We also know this person has a lot of gut issues because of all the amino acids that were out of whack. We also can see too, there's multiple food sensitivities over here and allergies. There's bacteria in the gut, so some C. diff. There's a lot of vitamins and minerals that we're deficient in. pH is off. And then IgA and IgG, which is usually obviously a sign of infection, and then thymus for the immune system. And adenoids came up too, which is also immune system. So there's some gut and immune system stuff going on. When we look at the body systems, there was a lot of crossover with the vitamins that were coming up in vitals and then the vitamins that were coming up in the body scans. So again, just kind of reconfirming what is in one scan is coming up in the other. Iodine was coming up too. This person also has some questionable thyroid stuff going on. So we can also see there's a deficiency in zinc and selenium. So we both obviously need them for the thyroid. Herbicide toxicity was coming up too. So now we're back to the gut, and then adrenals. So now we're talking cortisol, epinephrine, vagus nerve, gut. When we look at the emotions, there's a lot of emotions like fear, anger, grief, betrayal, self-confidence. These actually go hand in hand with what the pancreas came up with. Anger, possibly needing digestive enzymes, increasing minerals. So again, that kind of compares with, we got some gut stuff going on. And then we have a lot of emotional stuff going on, which is feeding into the adrenals and the kidneys, which is usually going to be fear. And then the anger, grief is a lot of times liver, and then pancreas. So again, there's a lot of translation between body systems, inner voice, and vitals. So all I'm doing is just connecting the dots between all of them, seeing all the things that are coming up that possibly correlate to the leaky gut. That you're usually going to see hydration, hypoxia, a lot of parasites, especially if you're lacking hydrochloric acid and pepsin. You might see a lot of immune markers popping up. You might see a lot of mineral deficiencies because in times of stress, our body is going to pull out all the minerals and the vitamins. Something else that came up too, I believe, where did I see it? Small intestine meridian. So again, that energetic meridian is coming up, which again signifies that there's some stuff going on in the gut, particularly the small intestine. We do know that this person has some Lyme in there too, so I'm correlating that with possibly the cranial nerve number 9, glossopharyngeal. I'll probably have to muscle test for that specifically, but the person that I'm working with has some known burning in the neck, face, and tongue, mouth area. So we can kind of think Lyme. You can also think zinc, because zinc's always going to be paired with anything that's in the nervous system. There were also some questionable things with copper that came up, and cysteine. I believe it was cysteine. Yeah, cysteine. So I'm curious now what glutathione and SOD's going to be like, because we need that to be able to detoxify ourselves. So yeah, there's a couple heavy metals that came up too, so we got to look at aluminum. What was the other one? Can't remember the other one. So, that's all the stuff you want to look at when you're thinking of like how to create a playlist for somebody. So after I'm done this, I'm going to sit down and go through all the top things that I just kind of went through. And then that's what this person's playlist is going to look like. Obviously, in addition to doing some type of gut protocol so that we can remove the food allergies and food sensitivities, heal and seal the gut, remove some of this bacteria, put some good bacteria in there, re-inoculate the gut, and then hopefully at some point we can reintroduce some food. Oh, it was aluminum. Aluminum came up twice in the body systems and in vitals. So that's going to be something to look into too. So this is just a real quick, brief, crude way of how I kind of quickly formulate what potentially is going on with someone, and then I come up with their holistic health plan and their playlists.